Hello. Now, thank you very much for joining me on this video. Now, over the course of this video and a couple of other videos, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on things you need to do to be able to stand out in the workplace. And you all know the reason why you want to stand out in the workplace is primarily because you want to be able to accelerate your career growth, improve your visibility within your organization and within your industry, and really you want to be recognized for the value that you bring in form of, be recognized for the value you bring by the promotions and the salary increases that you are able to get. Now, if you're finding me for the first time, quick introduction is obviously in place. My name is Tola Akinshilere. I've had the blessing of working across multiple countries with multiple languages. I've worked in French speaking, Spanish speaking, and English speaking countries. I'm currently a C-suite executive at a multi-country operations company. In addition to that, I'm also the founder of the Workplace Multipliers Business School, where we help career professionals win at work and in life. Now, on to today's conversation. Yes, we've already established in my previous videos that there are three things you need to do to be able to stand out in the workplace. And we've gone through all the three things in summary. And at the same time, we're now sort of doing like a bit of a deep dive into the first one, which is having a radical focus on the right results. Now, today, we're going to go a bit further in that conversation. And today's conversation is even in your focus of the radical focus on the right results, one of the things you have to realize here is that it's not possible all the time for you to be able to deliver all the objectives under every particular result. And that means you have to develop the skill of being able to create a hierarchy. Create a hierarchy in terms of understanding and identifying which of the core results that you need to develop, that you need to deliver, that would have significant impact in terms of your perception within the organization, in terms of the perception of the rest of all the other results that you're going to be delivering. Now, I'm going to use an example. There was once upon a time, I was the fund accountant of one of the largest asset management firms in Nigeria. Actually, it was actually the largest non-bank financial institution in the whole of Nigeria at that point in time. And one of my responsibilities, a couple of my targets that I had at a particular point in time was one, I was meant to reduce the time it took us to do our quarterly client reporting. I was meant to improve the quality of the reports. And I think I was also meant to also improve the performance reporting of our reports. Now, what you have to realize is that all these objectives, they were pretty tall, top objectives, but I had to identify which one was really the needle mover in terms of which ones the results that if I delivered would have a significant transformation in terms of the perception of how my results were, in terms of the perception of how people viewed me. Because one thing you have to remind yourself here is this: you don't really have 24 hours to work in the office. Yeah, you have 24 hours to live, but you really don't have 24 hours to work. And as much as possible, it's important that you also maintain the rest of your life. And so, which is why you need to be able to identify, look, out of all my targets, and objectives that I have, which ones are the need to achieve and which ones are what you call the nice to achieve. Because once you're able to fulfill the need to achieve, you find out that once you're able to fulfill the targets that are under the need to achieve, what you end up is you create a good vibe and a good reputation within the organization with regards to your work. So like I listed out the various targets which I had to deliver. Number one, reducing the time it took to do reporting, improving the quality of the reports in terms of the readability, and finally to improve the performance reporting methodology that we're using for our client reports. Well, guess what? I remember during that particular period, I achieved the first one, which was reducing the client reporting. Now, how I did that was I basically introduced a technology solution to be able to drive that and succeed in doing that. Now, in implementing that technology solution even actually helped us to capture the second part, which was the part about us being able to improve the readability and quality of the reporting. And in terms of reduction in time, I actually reduced completion time by 66%. Yep. I actually measured it. I reduced the completion time of the reporting by 66%. That was significant, very much significant in terms of the life of the organization, in terms of the feel good effect that it created with relationship managers. They could go and get the reports to their clients faster than they had been doing in the past. And you can see the impact that had in the overall perception of the results that I was having. And this is why you need to, at every point in time, be able to identify out of the objectives and the targets that you really, really have to focus on, which ones fall under the need to achieve and which ones fall under the nice to achieve. And you need to focus your effort on the need to achieve, because if you focus your effort on the nice to achieve, you will not move the needle in terms of the perception of your result within the organization. You need to have that radical focus to focus your attention on the need to achieve objectives. Now, just by way of update, I'm putting together a workshop on October 12th, which is going to start from 3 p.m. West African time and 10 a.m. Eastern time. And the goal of it is pretty simple. During the workshop, we're going to do a deep dive into all these concepts and all these principles. And the workshop is going to go for about 3 hours. And the reason why it's going for about 3 hours is it's going to be a implementation session. Really, by the time you're done with this workshop on Saturday, on Monday, you should show up in implementation. And over the course of a couple of weeks, we should actually see the transformation in terms of the results that you deliver at work and the perception that people have of your results. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link, the information, everything with regards to training. I'm going to leave it in the comments. And I really look forward to seeing you on the inside as we take the next step in transforming your world of work. Thank you very much for joining me, and I wish you a great day.